y'all, what's going on? Listen, today is Tuesday, September the 10th, 2024. It is 8:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just wrapped up YouTube about a little bit over an hour ago. And I'm getting ready to watch the presidential debate. But before I do, I wanted to come online to share with you all my thoughts and also to share with you all what I received after I got offline. It was very interesting. I recorded this video like a couple minutes ago. And I decided to re-record this because you can see through my glasses and I don't want you all to see my sources. FYI, if you all send me anything, I will not reveal who gives me anything. I've had people send me stuff from California, from Texas. I need a minute. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. From Texas. I'm sorry. So from Texas to DC to Virginia. Like, I've had people send me information. Canada, from all over the place about their pastors, right? And or pastors and leaders. And so today we were live and finally got offline. Who is this texting me? I got offline and I received an email. Okay, this is not a message on Instagram or Facebook. This is an email. Obviously, the person went into my bio, which is great. So people are lurking. I think that's wonderful. And they feel comfortable. And I think that's awesome because I'm never going to reveal my sources. Okay, so if you send me anything, I'm not going to tell anybody. Not unless you give me the go ahead to share. All right. So here is the email that I received. Okay. The title is Tiffany Montgomery, a case study, narcissistic personality disorder of false prophets. The email reads, all of this is a result of trauma and mental illness from generational curses. They lack integrity and see themselves as better than others, always talking about their accomplishments and manipulate people to get money from them. They love storytelling to make themselves look highly intelligent, but have no real intellectual capacity. Many pastors also have this trait and see the church as their personal piggy bank to exploit the people. Part of narcissistic personality disorder is people with NPD are full of pride and extreme arrogance and self-righteousness. They don't like to hear the truth because it contradicts their own perception of false reality. You will not hear them admit to any wrongdoing, offer a sincere apology, as they believe nothing is ever their fault. It is always someone else's fault. Hence why false prophets live in a perpetual state of denial of their collective shared reality. Personal accountability is not in them. Okay, and then the person goes to list. I'm going to be honest with you all because I don't lie. This person sent me a ChatGPT version of characteristics of a narcissist, and that's because you can always tell because they have asterisks. So if it's like 1 through 10, whatever, or, right? In this case, it's 1 through 9. The asterisks are on the side. You got to delete that. But outside of that, because I use ChatGPT pretty much all the time. So I know when I see it, but it doesn't negate the fact that it is actual information. Word to the wise, though, if you're going to send me something from ChatGPT, make sure that you, when you do the prompt, make sure, and I'm not trying to be shady, I'm being honest, because this is what I do for a living. So go down the description to see all the things that I have to offer business-wise. But when you do ChatGPT and for the prompt, make sure that you put in, when you go to research information, make sure that it's from a credible source, and then tell ChatGPT to cite the source. That way you know it's legit. You can go back and review it for yourself to make sure that it's real, and bada boom, you're going to be good. I will say this to you all, though, honestly. Receiving this email was a welcome gesture. So shout out to you that sent the email to me. I will say, I'll tell you why I think that this was a welcome gesture and why we need more people to share their thoughts and their stories. A couple of weeks ago, as I was trying to wrap up YouTube, right? What ended up happening was I started, because you all know I'm very nerdy. I like to do a lot of research. I like to obtain a lot of knowledge. When I get in it, I'm in it. Okay, and so I started to do a little bit of research on narcissistic leaders, right? So leaders in the Catholic Church, leaders in the conservative right-wing church, leaders in the apostolic church, right? And as I was researching, in the midst of that, I ended up having a meeting with someone, and this person is Jewish, okay? And what they shared with me floored me, because I was not prepared for this level of information. However, it does help me moving forward to do more research. And that is, and maybe because I am just so locked and loaded in my brain about, the Bible and Israel and the Jews, so all these different things, where I found out that the Jewish synagogues, some of them, I can't say all, but there have been a couple of rabbis who have been accused of SA themselves, and a lot of the things have been swept under the rug because people were covering up for them and that they were the rabbi. Now, also keep in mind that rabbis don't necessarily need credentials, right? So I can't become a rabbi. I don't think they allow women. But if you become a rabbi tomorrow, you could just say, I'm Rabbi so-and-so. It's really kind of like an eldership type of situation. And so people are not really highly vetted in those communities, just like they are not highly vetted in the church, whether it's the conservative, apostolic, Pentecostal, AME, whatever. Even though AME does make those who are in leadership get a psychological evaluation now. I think that's the positive side of the AME church. And I think that more churches and more denominations should also do that. I think that everyone needs to be vetted properly, so that if they are working with people, they should be vetted. They should have fingerprints, all of the above. You don't know who's in the midst, who has a past of doing things that are unseemly. And let's be honest, the church and different religious organizations are not vetted properly to watch over children, right? To watch over those who have been harmed. So if it's SA, if it's molestation, things like that, churches are not governed properly enough to manage that. And that's why so much is able to go on within the church sector. And I think that there needs to be more safeguards in place, okay? And so when I received this email, I was thankful because I said, maybe I'm on the right track. It was definitely welcomed. So shout out to you for sending it to me. And it just causes me to want to do more research down the line. And so I'm looking forward to doing that. I hope that you guys are well. Shout out to those of you all who came into the chat today. Those of you all who watched the replay. Also, shout out to those of you all who were receptive to praying for our dear, dear sister, D. Jones. I want you all to know that I love each and every one of you all. I might not know all of you all individually the way that I would like to, but when you all send me DMs, when you send me messages, when you send me messages on Patreon, right? Because I still have a Patreon. They're still there. I appreciate them for it. I try to respond. And so when someone sends me an SOS, that's important for me to address it even publicly. And so it was on my heart really to ask the people for prayer for D. Jones, because she thought enough to let me know what was going on. And so I really appreciate that. And I just hope that you all will take the time out to pray for our dear sister. We want her back quickly, okay? And shout out to her son. Where y'all sons at taking care of y'all? Okay, I'm just saying. So anyway, but I hope that you all understand that if I'm coming live, especially in this time frame of my life, I'm taking this very seriously. And I'm going to get backlash for the whole Tiffany Montgomery situation. I've gotten backlash for TD Jakes and Cora Jakes and all that. It doesn't matter to me, okay? For me, it's about the people that are harmed. And let me also be clear with this, and I'm going to go. The real people that are suffering and that are going to suffer are her followers. Because this young person just sent me this email. I'm not going to call Tiffany a narcissist. I don't know that. And so I can't put that I'm also not licensed. So I can't clinically diagnose her as a narcissist. We can speculate that a lot of people do have narcissistic tendencies and different things like that. But we can't diagnose. That's for a therapist to do. But from where I'm sitting, I feel like the people that are going to hurt the worst and suffer the worst are those who believe the mission, feed into her, trust her word, trust her leadership. And then when they realize that a lot of this is self-serving, and when they open their eyes of understanding that they can be enlightened, y'all know the scripture, I hope that they will understand that they have they should now take up the mantle and say, now let's correct this behavior, right? Let's hold people accountable for what they've done, and cry loud and spare not. The challenge goes into, because we know that certain people are bullies. She has a very she has a bully type of personality and behavior, that people are become afraid to speak out, and so people are following her blindly, and that's their choice. That's okay. But some people are following her that can see, but they are afraid to speak out because they don't want to be ostracized and or openly rebuked or bullied. And that's where we have a problem within this type of situation. Tiffany Montgomery, unfortunately, again, watching her for almost 10 years of my life, she has always been like this, okay? And I do believe that since she's been saved and has a much bigger platform now, it's gotten worse. And so it's important for the people not to think that we're criticizing, because they're going to take it the way, they're going to get emotional about it, take it the way they want to. That's fine, whatever. But understand that there are people out here that care about you and that don't want you to fall down this pipe. Listen, I stayed in my former ministry for 10 years. Out of those 10 years, I stayed 4 years longer than what I wanted to. I don't think I've ever admitted that out loud and publicly. I tried to leave in 2009 or 2010. I will tell you this. I was actually in my bathtub on my hands and knees praying to God to release me. And the only reason why I don't think that he released me at that time was because my mother was going to be re-diagnosed with cancer in 2013, and I had to be there with her in order to take care of her. And so, yeah. Okay. So I do understand feeling bullied, or feeling like, you're going to hurt someone's feelings, or they're going to ostracize you. That is what happened to me. Okay. I was completely ostracized from my former ministry. They were probably told not to talk to me. Don't contact her. Don't talk to her. Not knowing that the entire time I was actually preserving some people because of what some other things that I knew behind the scenes. And I was like, I'm not even going to say anything. I'll let God handle it. And God did handle it. So I just ask of you all, if you all are on the outside looking in, pray for those who are in this type of situation and that follow this rhetoric, and they exhibit that same bullying mentality, because the people that were in my comment section on TikTok, the majority of them were very brash, very harsh, very aggressive, and it was unnecessary. If you don't like what I'm saying, the easiest thing to do is to scroll by, right? If I don't subscribe to something, I don't comment on it. You will never see me on a Tiffany Montgomery page or post say anything to her. I don't subscribe to her, okay? I'm not going to give her the click and the view. I'm just not going to do it. So if they don't want to watch me, just scroll by. It's just move. So that's why I turn the comments off, because it just makes things so much easier, okay? I gotta go. I love you guys, and let me know what you think down in the comment section. Type the word "I did it" if you pray for our girl D Jones. I love you guys. See you soon. Bye.